Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your quantum entanglement reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. Okay, this is, of course, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and as always, welcome to my cross-watchers. Cross-watcher, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, and the message could actually be for you. So, God, dude. So feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these readings are timeless. If you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just wanted to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate it so, so much. Scorpio. Okay. Are you ready for this? Oh, I love it. Okay. You have got someone that you're dealing with. It could be a fellow water sign, because it's interesting. You've got the Queen of Cups and the Maiden of Cups here, okay? Same element, okay? If it's not the same element, then it's at least someone that you are very emotionally connected to in a very interesting way. But, okay, here's what's happening. Okay, bear with me. I know this message is going to be specific, and I hope that you guys can apply it however it fits into your life in whatever relationship dynamic that this is referring to, because this could show up in a friend, a coworker, a boss, a family member, sibling, however it applies. So see where it fits, okay? There is someone that you had kind of connected with at the beginning, and you see them as very intuitive, like very they're very good with their words. Yeah, and to be honest, like maybe even the way that they talk, it's a very emotional way that they communicate, okay? And I think when you had first met them, this person, you were kind of more of the learner. You know, the maiden, that's a page, which is student. You were learning. And so when you came across them, they came across as this, like, honestly, this could be a full-blown spiritual narcissist, okay? Just throwing that out there. But the way that they kind of move and operate is they have this flowery way of communicating that's like over the top. Like sometimes it's just too much, and you'll even be able to start to see that the way that they communicate, because I keep getting the sense that they just talk and talk and talk, you know, like sometimes you can't even shut them up because they just get on this rampage of just like emotional, like their words are just so over the top, it's ridiculous, okay? But you were learning something from them. When you first met them, they were in some way elevated, just like maybe a little bit more of a higher status or more knowledge or something. But you see how she's kind of like, oh, like with her third eye just like popping up. It feels very dramatic to me, okay? This person feels very emotionally dramatic, okay? So, what's happening is that's a bit of their persona that they put on to pull in a specific type of people. More vulnerable, okay? But they use, they like set it up so that they use things like gratitude to manipulate. Okay, so they try to act like I'm this all-knowing, healing, making a difference in society type of person. And it's complete BS, because that's honestly what I'm seeing from them. Like, it's not even like legit. It's completely inauthentic. It's something that they've conjured up as like an illusion because they started to see some type of gain from them taking this path. They started to see that maybe they were getting like attention, or they were getting a following or something like that, or they were getting a lot of people that were completely swept up in the way that they would communicate their emotions, okay? Because they're very good with the way they put together words and making, like, you'll even see, have you guys seen advertisers how, like, in PowerPoints or when they're selling their information, they use really hard-hitting words. Words are spells. So someone might use like power, influence. This person knows how to do that, okay? They know how to put together words that are just very compelling emotionally. So that's what they did, okay? I hope I'm making sense, because that's the magic of this person. I feel like they're putting on a false persona of being a healer. They're not at all. Like the star card right here, this is them coming in as a healer, but it's complete BS. And I know that I'm going to get something. I'm going to pull in the archetypes, but this is already what I'm picking up intuitively. I mean, I might as well just... I am curious what's going to come out, though, so that's why I'm going to see what comes in here, okay? Bear with me. Okay, Scorpio. So some of you maybe had started to get a little bit more into, like, divination or the spiritual realm or world, or, you know, you started to dive in a little bit more into, like, crystals and psychic readings and things like that. There it is right there. Okay, there's the Maiden, and this is why. You've literally got the Maiden and the Maiden of Cups. So this is perfect. So let me explain this archetype while I pull out the next card, okay? That's you, Scorpio. You're coming in this... See? Shapeshifter, okay? I knew it. Am I not good? Okay? Spirit is freaking on fire today. What happened is you came in as a little bit more naive, vulnerable, a novice. The Maiden, that archetype, is someone who kind of lives on the edge. You were kind of balancing along the lines of dipping into a situation or an environment that's completely shamed in society, okay? This is why I was saying this could be in more of like the spiritual avenue, because in society, like tarot and, you know, like magic, crystals, that's not really acceptable. It's not practical. And so it's shamed. Okay, so when you are a little bit ashamed of yourself in some way, shape, or form, which is the Maiden, she's a little bit more, she lives on the edge a little bit because she hasn't really aged and been out in the world, you know, amongst all the shameful things. She hasn't been entrenched in that as long. So what happened is, like, you could have dove into something and got completely taken advantage of. If this hasn't happened to you, it's a prediction for the future, all right? Because some of you might actually be tempted to, like, get a little bit more into this world of, you know, like spirituality, which is awesome. There's a lot of great stuff in it, and it's really great for your own self-help and self-healing. But in it is gonna come a shapeshifter. This is why I was cracking up that popped out, because this person has multiple masks, and they will kind of mold themselves. Complete narcissist, all right? That's why I said spiritual narcissist at the beginning, because they're like, I am enlightened. I, like, you know, I'm spreading all this positivity and I'm making these huge differences in society. And it could be even a compensatory narcissist, because they're overcompensating for something that they feel like they lack. So what they do is they put on this false persona, whichever environment they're involved in, and they will, you know, as long as they're getting the attention that they're liking, and as long as they're perceived to be higher up in some way, shape, or form, they're golden. You know, like, they totally feed off of that energy. It lifts them up, because when you haven't learned how to go into your own self-help and work on yourself, you know, this is about self-mastery, self-discipline. If you haven't learned to do that within yourself, that's how you're going to be able to see if someone's really full of shit or not. Because you're going to be able to see, are they authentic? Like, are they living their life in a very disciplined way? and following a certain set of guidelines that show kind of an alchemization of a human in a legitimate way. And I know there's kind of like, what does that look like, you know? But it's all about, you'll just be able to see it. You know, when it comes to a shapeshifter, that I'm talking about, you'll be able to see any type of hypocrisy. So they might say one thing and act a different way. That's how you're going to tell. That's someone being inauthentic. That all of us have that to some degree, okay? Just throwing that out there. But this person purposefully does this because they don't know how to heal themselves. So they put on this persona of being a healer, okay, to get the attention and the admiration that they're seeking, because that's a very intoxicating type of energy to draw from other people. If people are looking up to you like you're a guru or a god. I mean, this is why I'm very skeptical of anyone that comes out in society, even me. Like, I don't like to come out and talk a whole lot about being enlightened or anything, because I'm like, I've got even my own shadow stuff that I'm constantly learning from. We all do. So someone that comes out like that, I'm always like looking right at them, looking where looking at the intricacies of their personality to see where there's something off, you know? Tower card. Dude, I'm telling you, that has come out in seriously almost every single spread, okay? And this is why. This is hilarious. Now we've got the Fool card. And I'm not even lying to you, Scorpio. Or no, not Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio, you. But Sagittarius just had this same exact lineup. Exact. So there might be something in there for you guys, just saying, because these messages have just been flying out the gate. Like, I don't know what's happening right now in the collective, because I do know that there's a lot of shift happening because we're moving into 2020, okay? There's a big shift happening. Everyone's going to be feeling it on different levels. 3 of Pentacles. So what's happening is there's going to be some type of a tower moment, Scorpio. Don't be afraid. This is nothing bad, because this, I feel like with this type of person, like I said, they could be someone in your environment, and it's going to be really subtle. So try to take a look at who this person is, but it is going to come to a tower moment. There could be some type of communication where, you know, like they get called out in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like with them, this is them running, okay? When something gets exposed about who they truly are, they're going to hit the road and run. They're going to jump environments, and they're going to set up a whole new structure somewhere else. That 3 of Pentacles, they're going to build a foundation somewhere completely new, okay? Because this is what they usually do. 4 of Cups, they pull people into a state of confusion within themselves. And this is always how you're going to know that you're dealing with a shapeshifter, is if you start to feel a lot of like maybe some confusion. That's how you're going to know. It's that you're feeling separate from your true self. Whenever you feel confusion, that's always how you're going to know that you're dealing with a narcissist, a shapeshifter, anyone like that. Because your intuition is saying something different, but your chemical makeup is your ego, which is the chemicals in your cells. You're going to feel that difference within you, which is going to cause you to feel confusion or off. And that's your intuition speaking to you. World card right there. Whatever this is, this connection is going to come to a complete close. I mean, and that's why this person's going to hit the road. And what they do is sometimes for some of them, they might completely like shut you out. There's going to be some type of exposure that this person has been avoiding. And whenever they get exposed, you're going to see that they run. So what might happen to you, Scorpio, is this person might reject you in a really harsh way. Okay. Maybe they'll block you, or they'll, you know, say something. And there might be a part of you that maybe gets a little bit emotional about that coming from this state. You're definitely in your own element here, coming out a little bit more emotional, but it's because there's going to be something new that comes in for you, okay? Star card, that's why I was kind of excited to see that, because there's something new manifesting for you, something about like some abundance and that's going to come in for you, a lot of optimism and inspiration. That's coming in for you. That's the entanglement as a whole, is you're also stepping into a new beginning and closing out a chapter. Relationships are coming to a finality during this month because we're switching into 2020, which is a brand new decade. We're also moving into a 4-year as the collective. So we're building new foundations. And so it's going to be new foundations for relationships. So Scorpio, I'm going to dive into the extended with this and see what else comes out. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you on the other side. But Scorps, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.